Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. Alright, looking at replacing the stabilizer bar end links here. For not too bad of a job. Let's see here. Because you'll have clunking over bumps with this kind of problem. So you'll probably get a wrench and hold it here and take the nut off the back side, and the same up here. So not too bad of a job. 5/16 or 8mm, got the little grease zerks. At least for these, you may not get grease zerks on your new ones, but I did, so I'm going to install these. The directions actually say when you put these on, first time do not put more grease in. So we'll just put these on for now, and maybe next oil change though, go ahead and grease them up a little bit, a pump or two. Two new locking nuts. A 5mm fits in the end really nice. You can hold that and then put the nut on. For this particular application, a couple flat spots on here as well. It's pretty thin though, so I don't know if you really get a wrench on it with that metal bar going to be in the way. There seems to be a 5mm also for these new ones. I'm actually going to clean these up a little bit, some dirt on here, and spray some lubricant on the studs here, so it'll hopefully come apart easier. A little cleaner first, and then some lubricant after this. This is a 14mm. If you're lucky, you can zip it off with a gun, otherwise you'll do it by hand the whole way off. And pull on that, apply a little tension on there, and sometimes it'll just come off like you see there. You can do the top on both sides, and then you'll be able to lift up the torsion bar and actually maybe give yourself a little more access to the lower nut. Drop it down into position and bolt our new ones in place. So a pretty easy job there. So zip those nuts off and get going. Let's see what size those are right there. 17mm wrench. For the maybe original equipment ones, you might be able to get this back there to hold it. Again, the new ones are different. You probably won't be able to get back there with a wrench, and if it is a different size, so your best luck is going to be using the Allen on the inside there. So I'm going to lift that up and take that apart and put the new ones in. Here's my setup. You're just using a right-angled Allen wrench. You can probably wedge it up against the axle, or it'll maybe hit down on the frame too on one side or the other, and then you can turn this. I got a ratchet wrench on here. If you have that available, it certainly makes it faster, but that's all I'm really doing here. I think you get a basic idea there. Just tighten it down tight, the nut. You can just put this up and do the same thing with the nut. And then I'm doing brakes, don't worry about that. You put the lug nuts back on, tighten them in a crisscross pattern. You're taking the wheels off diagonally. Ooh, focus. Ooh. Probably 100 foot-pounds on that. You can jack it up. Use safety stands, protect yourself. Got a pinch weld here. Got some good metal down here, so you can jack it up. Good metal. Jack it up, use safety stands, get the tires off. All nuts and bolts are left to loosen, right to tighten. I think that's everything you need to know. And leave a comment if I left something out on that. Good luck to you. And you may or may not need to turn the whole assembly a little bit to get this to go in. Just make sure you put both sides in before you put the nuts on and tighten them down. I think that's just helpful. And then you can turn this a little bit with the steering wheel left or right as needed to get this to go in the hole easier for you. Tighten them down.